So welcome back to our shoulder pain challenge. This is day 2, so if you missed our first video then please check it out. We talked a little bit about posture and how that can affect the way the shoulder works and potentially contribute towards shoulder pain. In this video I'm going to show you a really simple but really easy stretch you can do to try and open up your chest and to stretch out these muscles that form the pectorals that sit at the front part of your chest. So in terms of your pectorals, you have two main muscles. You have a muscle called your pectoralis minor that sits underneath your sort of collarbone, a bit of a smaller muscle from your sternum attaching in towards the front of your shoulder, and then you have a larger muscle that sits sort of here, again coming from the sternum, passing up to the front part of your shoulder, called your pectoralis major. So these muscles together are generally referred to as the pectorals or pecs. You've probably heard them before. One of the issues we see a lot in clinic, and where your pectorals are sometimes a little bit tight, or they sort of are maybe overworking a little bit compared to the muscles in the back of your shoulder. What that means for your shoulder is that it sometimes can pull the ball in the socket forward. And when the ball's sat a bit further forward in the socket, it basically just means that in any movement, particularly movements overhead, like lifting your arm here or out to the side, if there's a little less room for movement, it just might mean there's a possibility of an increased chance of the sort of ball catching in the socket. So that can be a reason or a contributor towards certain overhead movements particularly causing you particular pain. So again, if we can create a little bit more space in the front of the joint, if we can stop these muscles at the front tugging that ball and socket forward, we can create a little bit more space in the joint, and that can be a really easy way to relieve shoulder pain, particularly pain in the front and the outside of your shoulder. So in terms of the stretch, it's super simple. All you need is like a wall. All you're going to do is put your hand flat on the wall, around about shoulder height, and then facing your chest a little bit towards the wall. Then all you're going to do is keep your hand where it is, everything else pretty still, and then just turn your body away. So what I'm feeling here, and what you should feel when you do this, is a stretch along the front part of your chest, so in around here. The good thing about this stretch is that you can alter it slightly, so go and move your hand a little bit higher, or even your hand a little bit lower. And what that will do is just make sure that you hit all sort of the fibres of the sort of pectoral, so those upper fibres, mid fibres, and those fibres that sit towards the bottom part of that particular muscle group. So again, super easy, super simple stretch you can do to open up the front part of the chest. It's going to relieve some of that pressure and tightness in the front part of your shoulder and help that sort of ball in the socket move a little bit more freely. So give it a go. Any questions, please let us know. Questions, queries about anything else, then please just get in touch. Again, if you feel like it's going to be helpful for someone you know, family, friends, then please just tag them in the video or send the link over to them so we can help as many people as possible.